You sufficient? Fit? To handle it?
I'll try. We the brothers of GMS New Orleans. Before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the elders great millstone, while lunch is true, but also to the hope elect that scattered abroad. So we're gonna probably go into a lesson today about the end time event. You know, what's happening in the world right now. You know, we see it at the end, it's constantly being manifest. You know, it's being revealed. It's obvious and clear that we're here. And when we read the scriptures, you know, we see that everything is constantly lining up just like clockwork. The Bible is a true book. And one thing about it, the Lord already gave us a guideline, Matthew chapter 24, what to look for right before his second coming. You know, his great and glorious return. And also we know that our salvation is at the door. So we seeing all these different events that is taking place. We having rumors of wars all over the place. We're seeing that they get ready to put this new digital infrastructure into place. A lot of things is taking place. Also, we seeing that they're coming with all sorts of these unrighteous decrees, like these immigration laws. You know, dealing with the northern tribe. You know, and these ice patrol. We're seeing a lot of things that happen. Rumors of civil unrest, civil war. A lot of things are happening. You know what I'm saying? So we're seeing that this nation is divided. And also we know that they will not be able to stand. Also, we read upon what judgment. You know, Lord is getting ready to, you know, to burn this whore, you know, which in fact is America, Babylon the Great, you know, just like the Bible says. So we get started in 2nd Ezra chapter 9. We'll start up at the top.
Yeah, that's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and 1. And it reads, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. Wherefore, then, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Okay, we stop it right there. Stop it right there. See it right now. That's how we're measuring the time. Through what? Through the scriptures. You know, we seeing that these things are constantly lining up. We seeing it's obvious and clear. We seeing what uproars of the people. We seeing what great division. We seeing a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos that's going on right before our eyes. Also, it's pretty much every day that's one event behind another. You know, earthquakes in diverse places. We seeing what signs from the heaven. You know, just the other day was this object that came out of the sky with the Carolinas, Alabama, I think with Georgia, a couple of other states that we seeing these signs. The Lord's constantly, you know what I'm saying? It's constantly making it clear and it's obvious, you know. So the end is constantly being manifested, you know. So we constantly measuring the time diligently through these scriptures. You know, they're coming alive and clear. So we know that we're here. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, you know, you have a whole bunch of what? Solar eclipses, these different sorts of lunar events, right? Things of that nature. That's also science, man. Okay.
I just want to I got that word uproar. It's the meaning. It says a public expression of protest or outrage, and some of the synonyms are outcry, outrage, complaint, objection, and that's more. But you know, they pretty much nailed it on the head.
So that's what we see. You know, people outcry. They're rising up. They're protesting. They're rioting. You know what I'm saying? People right now got a lot of uncertainty. You know, a lot of people right now, they don't trust the government. They don't trust their leaders. So that's what we're constantly seeing right now. So we at any given time, you know what I'm saying, all hell could break loose. We right at the edge, you know, like the movies, and we see like movies like The Purge, or we see with that Civil War, or what are the leading world? Red Dawn. All these type of events are right here, right before our eyes. They're setting the stage. You know what I'm saying? So we know that we'll get ready come upon a type of trouble that we've never seen before, which in fact is Jacob's trouble. You keep reading, bro.
This back in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter in verse 4, and it reads, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs.
Okay, stop it right there. So we see it right now, the signs of the times are here. The end is constantly being manifest, it's obvious, it's clear, it's being revealed right before our eyes. So these Bible prophecies are constantly lining up They're not going to slack down for a moment. Each and every day is something going on. That's why we always warn you left and right. The Lord always said he spoke of these signs. What? By the holy prophet, by his mouthpiece. You know, constantly warning you of what? Of these pending dangers, you know what I'm saying? Warning you of war, pestilence, you know what I'm saying? Different things that's getting ready to happen around the world like a domino effect. You got it, bro.
No, I just wanted to say because a sign, right, in the natural world, it's an indication of something. Okay. And naturally, when something is indicated, you what? You inquire
You
about
inquire
it.
about
You
it.
see?
That's it.
But 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not inquiring. Why are these things happening?
That's it.
Okay. Why? Go ahead. You got it.
No, because like with the even like you said, signs is an indication, right?
Right.
You see certain signs on the streets. Oh, this one said no trespassing. That means don't do it.
Crossing.
No, it tell you railroad crossing. And these are the signs that we use are the signs in the scriptures that Yahweh Shai spoke about.
That's it.
You know, to measure the times of what? The end. To know that it's here and it's at the door, man. You got to do.
That's it. So we see it right now that the Lord is constantly, you know, he constantly showing us thing left and right. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? And the Lord has not done it. You know, so you get that in Amos, you know what I'm saying? So we see these things that happen. The Lord is in perfect control. The Lord is constantly moving the chess pieces around. The Lord is constantly what? Gathering the nation for what? The constant verse of Zion. So we read upon judgment and also what? Our great deliverance. So that's what we're constantly seeing left and right, even though we know that the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath, putting all these type of draconian laws into place, starting with the northern tribe. You know, a lot of our people, you know, he's giggling and laughing, talking about the northern, but guess what? He's getting ready to put hands on your ass too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's called Jacob's trouble. The people of color, that's what this is all about. You know, the extermination, the children of Israel. But the Lord said he will not be able to what? To perform his enterprise. We are very close to that time. He wants total control. Go ahead.
That brother got that precept that you quoted.
All right, go ahead. Bring it up.
Book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "Shall a trumpet blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?"
All right, stop it right there. So shall a trumpet be blown in the city, you know, and the people not be afraid? So the trumpet is being blown right now. Men of the Lord in the highways and byways, you know, making these video pistols each and every day, constantly inside the crowd. A lot of our people still are what getting rocked back to sleep from what? From the left hand side. You know, this bread and circus show. You know, they constantly, you know what I'm saying? They seeing and they hearing, but they constantly know it, not believing. And the warning cry has went out. We have blown the trumpet. And a lot of people right now still think that this is a game, but all the games about to be over. You got something?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
He ain't done with that Amos yet. Finish that up.
This is, "Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it?"
And so shall it be even to say the Lord has not done it? The Lord said, you know, when you go with that Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, you know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you know, he created evil, he created good. The Lord do all these things. So the Lord is calling these things to happen. A lot of people going around saying the Lord love everyone. Everyone can be saved. Oh, the Lord, he's not going to do that. You in for a rude awakening. The Lord coming back into the latest place down even with the ground. The body count is getting ready to be great. A lot of our people don't want to hear. They want to hear what? Smooth thing, lies and deceit. But the men of the Lord, we're going to give it to you straight. You know what I'm saying? With no cut. You know, your ass, you're not serving the Lord, you're getting ready to die. That's just plain and simple. Somebody got something?
I wanted to say this real quick because a lot of people would say that the Lord would not do the things that's going on over there in the Middle East, in Iran and Israel. All right, but you just quoted it. You see, and the Lord do good and he do evil. You see?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to grab it, that's on you, beloved. I just wanted to say.
Who held up? Hezekiah, I think it was next.
Go ahead with
This real quick. It's Hosea 4 and verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children."
That's it. So that's our people destroyed all day long for what? A lack of knowledge. What happened back in Moses' time? They constantly going around constantly scoffing and mocking. You know what I'm saying? What happened in Lot's time? Same thing. Scoffing and mocking. What's getting ready to happen in these times? There's no new thing under the sun. So these are the days of Noah. You know, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge of what? Rebellion, constantly rejecting the words of what? Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. So that's where we at right now. So the Lord is making a line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Are you a damn 2/3? Are you of the elect? You know, it's plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, let the just be just and let the unjust be unjust. So we at that time and point that, you know, whereby, you know, everyone is standing in their lot. You know, it's more obvious and clear that, you know, who are the men of the Lord, who are these unbelievers. You know, they don't constantly keep scoffing them out. They're not considering the signs of the time. They don't even know who the hell they are. They don't know who their true power is, and also they don't know what time that we're living in. Someone got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
That's it. So the Lord's going to choose your what? Delusion, your what? Calamity, your what? Your troubles. You know what I'm saying? He said, shall number you to the sword. You know what I'm saying? All different types of ways that the Lord's getting ready to be a nightmare for you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people right now thinking that they're a good case, still relaxing in their leaves, and the Lord has already numbered you to what? To the sword. For what? For judgment. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord's getting ready to do, left and right. You know, he's getting ready to make it very clear and obvious.
Yeah, to back up what you just said, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 9, and it reads, death and bloodshed, strife and the sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
That's right. So we know what happened during the flood. You know, they were hard headed. You know, you see that Noah. He built the ark. A lot of people laughed and scoffed him. You know, I think he preached for over 120 years. They did not believe until the rain came.
That's right.
So Lord, he brought the house down. So what you think was going to happen in this time? Well, the Lord's not going to do evil. He's not going to do that. He killed billions of people back then. Only saved 8. So what the hell you think he's gonna do this time around? You know, there's a lot of people got what you call the Stockholm syndrome. You know, and, love everyone. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not going to do any of that. You know, everything is going to be all right. Giving them, they thinking that they're going to get a easy get in card to the kingdom of heaven. But you know what I'm saying? You got to be what? By your works and by your faith that you believe. A lot of people thinking that they don't have to do a damn thing that proclaims, oh, I believe, or I think that, everything is going to be all right. The Lord love everyone. And, he's going to save me and my entire family. But you ain't doing a damn thing but sitting on your ass, scoffing and mocking. But one thing about all these things is getting ready to come to an end. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to separate. The Lord is getting ready to kill and destroy. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to bring that fervent heat, the indignation of Yahweh. Bashim Al-Shadi, the IBCL missile, you know what I'm saying? That laser and chariot fire, it's about to get real. Your ass is getting ready to get set on fire. Go ahead, man. You got it.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, see now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I'll kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
See, that's exactly right. Ain't no one is going to escape the hands of Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shadi. The Lord killed. If someone died, whatever type of way they died, the Lord did it. You know what I'm saying? If he wounds you or whatever like that, like this guy, he was crying and stuff like he never served the Lord or whatever like that. And the doctor told him they're gonna have to take both his legs out. You know, he crying again. What you crying for? You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to serve the Lord, and the Lord for to take both your legs. He won't. And also the Lord, if he want to heal you, he will heal you. So the Lord do all these things. Ain't no one is going to escape his hand. All the game's about to be over. The Lord is getting ready to make it perfectly clear who he is. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, he's getting ready to return. Not no goddamn white man from goddamn gay faggot, long, what is it, looking like a damn hippie. You know what I'm saying? A pale ass motherfucker come down and gonna save your ass. It's gonna be a Negro man from the tribe of Judah. Angry than a motherfucker, get ready to cut some shit up. You know what I'm saying? That he ain't gonna be playing no game. A lot of our people are constantly got this damn Gentile mindset. Or you want to play with the goddamn Gentile and stuff like that. And the Lord already said these nations are nothing, and they're counting less. You mess with the goddamn nothing ass people. You are something. They are nothing. Go ahead, man. You got it.
2 Ezra 8 and 3. It says, there be many created, but few shall be saved.
That's it. And who is the few? That is the elect. So one thing about it, the world right now is for many. You know, people love it here. You know, they're eating good, they're drinking good, going on with their daily life, happy, go lucky. La, 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 la. They're just lovely right now. But one thing about it, the Lord's getting ready to snatch the rug off under your ass. When it's Jacob trouble stop, when your ass ain't eating itself a day, when your ass ain't got no money, no medication, a lot of these different things, you're going to be calling on the Lord. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna be saying, hey, hell, you had it made. You said that everything was good. So that's where we at right now. You got one? Go ahead. I'm one.
And this back up the Amos you had brought out. This same Matthew chapter 11, verse 15. It says, "He that have ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented."
You see, that's it. Hey, this song right there is playing. You know what I'm saying? The only one that hear this song is what? The elect. We have piped unto you. But what are you doing? You scoffing and mock. You slapping at the hand. You despising. You're turning your back on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And this truth is going out through the four corners of the earth right now. Through the World Wide Web. And you can't have no excuse. Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard. Oh, you talking about them guys in the dresses that they was hollering and Uber? Oh, I didn't know. It won't be no excuse. He said ignorance will not be an excuse. So one thing about that, this truth that went out. So you keep having a blind eye to it or want to close your damn ear, don't worry about it. Fire gonna hit your ass.
Hey, but just like we went into the lesson with last night, Jake gonna, oh shit, something's weird. Jake despising the word now, and they're gonna seek the word when it ain't no word to be found.
That's it.
To back that up. But I got something real quick to back up what the brother Amawai got.
Yeah.
It's Revelation 14:2. It says, "And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung it as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts, the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth." So the people, they're not gonna hear the song because the Lord closed their ears to what they can't hear. They gonna try to pipe to it. They're gonna be off beat. They're gonna be off tune. Just like these other camps that's not right on the doctrine, right? They off tune, man. They harping, but it ain't the right tune. The Lord ain't. He like, nah, I gotta put them to the side. It's not right. And just like we come in week out, we dancing. All right, the tune is playing. All right, but only the elect, man, is gonna learn the song. You see, they're gonna know what notes they need to hit. All right, they're gonna know what their role is in a choir to play. All right, only the elect, man. All right, it's not for everybody to get. You see? Go ahead, bro.
All right. To back up what he was saying, bring that out, Bayah. Back up that a little bit.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see and see not. They have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house."
That's it. So right there, we see it right now. They seeing and they're hearing, but guess what? They cannot understand because the Lord it closed their mind. The Lord is the door. And one thing about it, the mystery of the kingdom is only for the elect. Starting with the 144, starting with the prophets, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Oh, they're seeing and they're hearing, but they can't get it. They can't get this song right. They're off key. You know what I'm saying? They're playing some type of gibberish. They can't get right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only for the elect. That's where we at right now. It's the only elect we get it this time around. Everyone else is going to be what? In that fire. They're going to be in a lake of fire. They're going to be unalive. I'm trying to say it in a way where they'll take the video, the live down. But just like I said, the Lord's coming back doing a whole lot of killing. What I'm saying? Right now, it's just time to seek the Lord. Seek the Lord while he can be found. Seek the Lord while he is near. And how do you do that? Through his mouthpiece, through the prophets. Right now, and we're in about 100 plus of weather right now, but we standing tall, and we stand on fire for Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Rain, sleet, or snow. It's too hot today. I come out the mouth, putting out from day to day. Making goddamn excuse, being effeminate, being weak, being afraid. The Lord ain't dealing with none of that. Your ass gonna be totally destroyed. Whoever got some precept, you can bring it out.
All them brothers got it.
Yeah, bring it out. All right.
It's a Rock 5, and I'll start at verse 5. It says, "Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin, and say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rested upon sinners."
It's right. Go ahead, you speak on.
Verse 7, I'm going to read verse 7.
All right, go ahead.
This the point. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance."
It's been what? In the what? Security.
Security right now. You know, people right now, you know, everything is all right. Sunshine today. It's fair weather today. You know, people still have their job, still have resources, bank account, food, drinking good. Y'all taking their whatever, you know, that devil weed. You know what I'm saying? They got all that right. They got plenty right now. But they're not thinking that, you know, any given time, you know, overnight, boom, all hell could break loose, you know, in thy security. You know what I'm saying? Your place right now, you relax. You know, you putting off from day to day. It is time to seek the Lord because one thing about it, we're running out of time. Also, the Lord is what? Accelerating time for the what? The elect say. So every day, pretty much, time is constantly speeding up. You can't even hardly keep up with it right now. You know what I'm saying? It'll be what 12 o'clock in the morning, next thing you know, it's midnight. You know, that night, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just like a blink of an eye. So Lord is accelerating time. That's why these events are constantly what? Picking up. We're seeing that things are constantly being more and more obvious and clear. You know what I'm saying? Things are lining up just like clockwork. At the end of your speaking, not lie. Someone else got something?
I got
Go ahead,
something.
man.
This is First Thessalonians 5 and verse the points in verse 3, but I'll start at 1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Verse 3, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
That's it. So right now, you know, we're at that time. We know perfectly well what season and time that we're in. You know what I'm saying? We in wartime. Somebody else something? Okay, I'm gonna finish this out right quick. Yeah, we're gonna go down the line. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all, you know, go ahead. I'm talking a little too much. Go ahead. Who got you got something?
I
Else?
got something to back up, brother. You know,
Okay.
stay on topic with the
Hey, go ahead, man. Go
I
ahead.
wanted to, like everybody thinking because right now they still got their victuals and everything moving slow, but you can see the prophecy happening before you. But the Lord don't count slackness like men. Because Ecclesiastes 35 and 18, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, until he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people and made them to rejoice in his mercy. So everybody gonna get the issue.
That's it.
Y'all get me? Everybody gonna get their issue. You know what I'm saying? So like you say, like why seek him while you may be found. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not gonna do that because y'all was just slated for that. You know, you made a vessel to honor and one to dishonor.
That's it. Pretty much it just fuel for the fire. You know, that's exactly what we're getting ready to happen. You know, so a lot of people, you know, sacrifice got to be made. You know, the Lord, you know, people, you know, they think that the Lord is someone to be played with. You don't think He's soft. You know, thinking that the Lord, He just don't come and shake everybody's hand, pass out cigars and drinks. And I'm here now. Give me a hug. I missed all of y'all. No, Lord, not coming back. The Lord said, "I come not to bring peace, but a sword." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got that. All right, break. Someone else got something to break it out. Let's get Banana right quick. Go ahead, Banana.
This is Isaiah 54, verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon.
That's it. So right now, you know, it's time to seek the Lord. How do you seek the Lord? Through His mouthpiece. Right now, you know, the men of the Lord is standing in the highways and byways, making these video epistles on the YouTube. Pretty much all these different social media sites, you can catch this truth. You know what I'm saying? Day and night. You know what I'm saying? Going out through what? The World Wide Web. The unicorn. So what right now, the Lord is extending His hand right now, but it's gonna come a time, an expiration date, where the Lord's gonna bring forth what? The famine of the world, where we're gonna shut our mouth and the Lord's gonna get busy. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's time. You know what I'm saying? Lord the door of repentance, what? It's constantly closing. Because every day is something is going down. These events are lining up left and right. You know, see, we read in the book of Revelation right now. You know, Revelation 13 is speaking loud and clear right now. You know, they getting ready to bring out that digital oil. You know what I'm saying? Well, you will not be able to buy or sell. What are you going to do? You're getting ready to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think they're a good case, but when this man tell you you're not going to be able to eat, you're not going to be able to work. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to do a damn thing unless you take it under the skin. What are you going to do? You going to trust in the strength of Egypt, or you going to trust in your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, not no goddamn Jeebus cross. Anyone saying Jeebus cross, Jesus Christ, your ass is getting ready to be unalive. You know what I'm saying? We too We're in the fourth quarter right now. We don't have any time for all this nonsense and all this wicked. His name is Yeshua. His name is Yeshua. All this crazy shit. You getting ready to get your mind right. Who? Somebody else got something else?
I had that Matthew quoted. If you want to pass it.
Bring that out. Bring that out right quick.
God, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword."
See, that's it's plain and simple. You know, a lot of people always try to say that the Lord love everyone. Everyone can be saved. That's plain and simple right there. The Lord said, I come not to bring peace, but a sword. You ain't even got to break that down. A sword goes into judgment. Massive judgment is getting ready to come upon this earth. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's plain and simple. You don't want to hear that, though. You want to hear those smooth things. Everything would be all right. Oh, man, the Lord got a blessing for you. You good. Yeah,
everything gonna go back to normal.
Yeah, everything gonna go back to the sense of norms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got something?
I got some.
I can bring them out. Bring them out.
This going into what you was talking about when you're taking the MOTB, under the skin. All right, there's Isaiah 36:6. Yep, it says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust him."
You bring it out.
God, so the broken reed going into the micro C hip, man.
That's right.
All right, and a lot of people gonna trust in it. They're gonna take it. All right, as it says, it will go into his hand and pierce it, and so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So ultimately, you were saying Esau, Edom is my master. When you go and take it, when you go into the what is it, the stigma?
Yeah,
right. That goes into the palisade. All right, and something that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say rocks.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Go ahead, though.
No, I was just saying that basically the reed being broken off. That's the Karaz. That's a tool that's going to be used to implement the action. Try to use
applicate
play on words.
Yeah.
If I could say through the spirit, these people have already taken it, man.
Yep.
And the physical part just have that have to come to pass. All right.
Look what happened. Look what happened with this in 2020.
That's right.
With the whole DEMIC, right?
That's it.
Look what happened. Everybody trusted in it, and what happened? It was they trusted in it and got bit at the end.
That's bit. That's right.
Now they dropping dead.
Now they dropping like
left and right.
Yeah.
So just like I say, that was a test run back in 2020. So this devil, he's very well subtle when you go to Genesis 3:1. So we seeing right now a lot of people have took that digital download. You're walking around here now, you're a goddamn walking device. You know what I'm saying? You can pick up what you call frequency. We try to want to go too much into that. But one thing about it, we already knowing that they already got port 1. They're getting ready to come out with port B, the main goal. You know what I'm saying? Which in fact is total control. Surveillance, tracking. You know what I'm saying? Monitoring. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see that DJ Donald Trump is slowly dismantling America. Also, you're seeing that he constantly taking the rights away from what? People of color, which in fact your ass ain't never had no rights. No way, it was just, just a rule. But see, we see it right now, that's exactly what's happening. He constantly, bringing these things forth, left and right. It constantly tell you about this real ID, tell you about you got to have this,
and
you got to do this, to do that. Little by little, they constantly introducing you to this grain of rice. Is it going down to what? Identification and what? Surveillance. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. AI is getting ready to take over. These jobs are getting ready to be gone. What the hell are you going to do? Universal basic income is getting ready to come into play too. That's that to entice you. What I'm saying? Hey, this is what we have for you. We'll give you this if you do this. It's free. It's very harmless. It's very safe. Just wave your hand. They're already getting you prepared. You know what I'm saying? Already what they call it predicted program. You know what I'm saying? So it's already, get you already leading you up to take that. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Yeah, they just they put those type of symbolizations, even with their movies. They did the same thing in Kingsman, where they give you a free phone, free internet, free Wi-Fi, free text forever for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all they're gonna do is integrate you in the internet of bodies.
That's it.
They're coming out with new tech. You're going to be the new tech.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of it. Merging man with machine.
That's it.
You are going to become the machine, man.
That's it. You getting ready to become this right here. It's getting ready to be obsolete. You're getting ready to become this right here. It's what you're getting ready to become right here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, thinking that, That's that. I don't believe that. I don't think that is going to happen. But you keep watching. They already keep telling you about the dollar is constantly on the decline, and I was just seeing the rise of what the BRIC nation. They already got a couple of what coins in place already with that stable coin, Bitcoin is another one.
If I could say real quick, while you had all of the Iran and Israel going off the bunkers, you had the House go through and sneak that Genius Act bill in there, which is regulating the stable coin, right? When you go into the stable coin, it's nothing but a federal digital currency, man. Right. All right. And then where you could use it on a day-to-day basis, all right, just as you would use paper money. You can go look it up. It was just passed on, I believe, June, like the 18th or the 17th or something like that. Go look it up, man.
Strikes with Israel and Iran was on.
Yeah, get that. But yeah, just like you said, so we coming upon that time. Things to get ready. It's gonna be obsolete things. It's going to be more clear and obvious what this man is getting ready to do. So we already know right now. They're constantly putting this system into place. There was an article I read the other day. I think it was Pioneer is some type of surveillance company that's taking over, whereby it's gonna take over all of your data. They're gonna put it in one big Palantir, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they already putting that into place right now. So the system is already here.
What's that whole dude that they sworn him in as a lieutenant, the CEO of Palantir?
Yeah, being there.
Yeah, they swore him in as a lieutenant. They said that take decades to get a position like that in the U.S. in the government, the army, whatever.
So that's what we coming down to, you know. So right now, then we coming to the end of this nightmare. You know what I'm saying? That's why right now, that's why we see it war is more rapid than ever. You know, even though they said that they came to some type of ceasefire, some type of peace agreement, but we know that it's not gonna be no peace.
That's right.
We already know what the scripture said. We know that at some point that Iran and also these Arab nations, when you go to Ezekiel chapter 38, they're gonna come up against the whore. You know, it's also Israel, you know what I'm saying, the least of the flock. You know, should draw them out. So, you know, right now, everything's quieting down, but it's gonna kick back up. You know, so that's why, you know, it's just like highs and lows, the birth pain. You know what I'm saying? We're at the beginning of sorrow. You got that out there.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at 17 if I can.
Hey, go ahead.
And it reads, all hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all their faces, and baldness upon their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in that day of wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity.
See, so right there we said they shall throw their silver and gold. Let's talk about right now this fiat currency. You know what this petrol now they entered the petrol agreement. So we know that we're very close to them introducing this digital infrastructure, introducing this digital oil. You know what I'm saying? It's coming very soon. And also there's already reports that came out in the UK that they said by October the 25th that they're gonna go all the way digital. You know what I'm saying? So the old way of doing things, it's getting ready to be obsolete. That's right. So they bringing down the old to bring it to this new society, this new digital society, AI, robotics, biometrics, you know what I'm saying, surveillance, monitoring. A lot of these things coming into play. Go ahead.
And ultimately, it has to be done by order out of chaos.
That's it.
Because a lot of people will try to revert to the former way of doing things, right? But in which they're trying to progress with what? Like this brother said, this digital society.
That's it.
Right? By way of what? The MOTB, 15-minute cities, right? And other things that align with that, man.
Yeah.
You see? So they're going to have to what? They're going to have to cut off the old way completely. And the only way to do that is through chaos. They have to throw this place in utter chaos and then try to introduce they will introduce a better way, so-called
better way.
You see?
So that's why they already tell you about be on a high alert for T attacks. You know what I'm saying? Cyber attacks. These type of things right there were going. It could be some type of what they call these EIDs, these improvised explosive devices. You know what I'm saying? They already saying
IEDs.
IEDs. So you know what I'm saying that that Iran just said that they had sleeper cells in place. You know, whereby they're going to retaliate. You know, even though they came to some type of peace agreement, but we already know that they already got these sleeper cells right here in America right now. Go ahead.
Well, ultimately, we have passed the point of peace. All right, too many stones have been thrown, and sorry cannot fix it. All right, we just in a point of retaliation, like they say in the world, is a must. You see, too many generals have been executed.
That's it.
All right, and these people, they remember, America is a dumbed down place. All right, they're soft. Okay, so these other people, they take these types of things to heart.
That's it.
They're not gonna sleep on that.
They're not gonna lay down with that.
You
know what I'm saying? I got a perfect precept too.
I got a precept.
You got go ahead. Go
real quick, just to back up that digital, this digital infrastructure that's been that's coming upon us.
Yeah,
it's the book of Psalms, chapter 21, and verse 11, and it reads, "For they intend evil against thee; they imagined a mischievous device which they will not be able to perform." And we understand it to be what?
Shit, this new system they putting into play. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be able to follow in what? This one word currency, one word government.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? We see it right now, what they're trying to do, left and right. So life-changing events are getting ready to occur,
right,
whether you want them to occur or not. So that's why a lot of people right now, they're giving a blind eye. I hear what they're saying. Right. And some people, they're like enticed by it. They say, oh man, this is cool. This is convenient. But you don't understand what this is all about. This is total control to make you a what? A petrol slave. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bow down to this man idol, or go bow down to him and to his system, or you gonna trust and believe in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So anyone that take that, you got to suffer that second death, which in fact is the lake of fire. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a precept to back what you just said real quick. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 27 and 1. It says, "Many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away.
That's it.
As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stone, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house should soon be overthrown." All right. But the point is, in verse 1, it says that many have sinned for a small matter. All right. And for the people that want, life to continue, they're going to abide to the, these new regulations, this new way of currency, this new world that, Esau is trying to do. So they're going to look away just to have that little fun and that little time that they have.
Look at what happened with the Pookie. Just with tissue. Right. Doing this, like everybody just went crazy.
Alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Light it up.
Then they put the P word on it, huh?
Yes.
Before it happened.
So that's where we at right now. You got something?
I got one. It's Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's right. So that's talking about what the elect, the one that was suffered through, that persevere, all these different trials and tribulations. We will not bend or fold. The Lord said, do not take it. Trust and believe in him. So if this man come in our face talking about, we want you to take, we're going to tell him, get the hell out of our face. Kiss our, you know what? That's what we going to tell him. We don't give a damn what he tried to do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to work anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do for that hour of testing come, the hour of temptation. You know what I'm saying? Just trust and believe in the Lord. But a lot of our people right now, we see what happened back in 2020. The test run, they hey, take me. I'll be first. They just line it up like it was shit.
Just to go outside again.
Yeah.
Just to have parties.
Well, I got to help my job. My wife taking it. I had to take it also. So I did it for my family. I did it for, because I wanted this new promotion or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't trust in the Lord. Now you walking around a walking receiver, a Bluetooth device, a Wi-Fi shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So somebody got something?
I got one just real quick. This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord."
Why are you trying to find it?
So just like the scriptures say, man, cursed be the man that puts their trust in man. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be putting our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And say to make flesh his arm, which goes back into carnal things, man. Worldly items. When you go back into that Sirach 27, it says the people wanted, they did what they did for the abundance of things. So when the time comes, Esau's going to have you without what? He's going to have you with nothing.
With nothing.
And he's going to offer you everything.
Yeah, you own nothing, he have.
Yeah.
Is it? That's spot on.
I got
That's it. Somebody got something?
I got you, son.
Go ahead with your. All right, we're gonna get that one after here. Go ahead.
This is Rock 12:10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his breath had not been altogether wiped away. Yeah, but the point is to never trust thine enemy. So just how you brought up with the the poke or whatever like that. Yeah. When that happened, now look at the aftermath. After that, how many people lost their lives, and people still losing their lives because all because it was a small matter. Like people just lost their minds immediately, but they didn't trust in the Lord. So now they had to pay for that. But they trust in the enemy. You got it.
That's it. That's just like, a lot of our people, they don't know who the enemy is. They thinking that Esau Edom, which in fact is the so-called white man, the red man, they think that this man is their friend. That, oh man, hey man, I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Can we all get along? We got to look at what this man did throughout history. You know what I'm saying? He got a bloody history. Someone got to pay for these crimes. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, never trust thy enemy. I mean, never. Trust thy enemy, which in fact is the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called white man, that red devil from Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. The first one came by red. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, he's being exposed right now, and all levels right now. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to come down with great wrath. You got something?
Yeah, I got something. I know you've been holding.
You been holding
and I know them brothers been holding.
I just got something to back you up. What you just point you was just making.
Go ahead.
It said this Psalms in 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
That's it.
You can't trust him.
You can't trust him. Yeah, that's where he coming. He ain't gonna come at you as he really is, talking loud and shit like that. He gonna be smooth. So I'm here to help you. Everything is lovely today. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fine. You're a beautiful individual. I help this here for you. It's free. Just take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help you. That's where he coming. He gonna be the first one on the scene.
I'm gonna back up brother Jeremiah.
Hold on. That's up there. You holding a lot of scriptures.
Yeah. Just go around the table, y'all. Y'all go ahead.
This is Isaiah 33:1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
See, so that's what's coming up right now. We see who he's been dealing very treacherously right now. So who has spoiled many nations? Who is the hammer of the whole earth? Who is constantly robbing and stealing and killing and raping to this day? That's the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's dealing very treacherously right now. But these nations are getting ready to deal very treacherously with him. So his time is come. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to bring the house down on him. The Lord is getting ready to cut him off. That's the point where we at right now. He got to pay for these crimes. Someone else? Somebody got something?
Right there. This was the backup. Something you said earlier. It was a couple precepts ago, but I'm going to start bringing it out.
Bring it up, man.
It's Isaiah 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither do they seek the Lord Yahweh. Got it.
You speak up. All right, bro. I got cotton mouth anyway. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, it said, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. All right, which the modern day Egypt is America, man.
Yeah.
All right, and now the mass majority, all right, of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in America, all right, are going to go down to their oppressor, all right, like the brother been saying in the Sirach 12, their enemy for help, man. All right, and the help that he's going to give them in the time of trouble that the Lord is getting ready to bring on the planet Earth is going to be the MOTB. All right, that's how he's going to help you. All right, when all hell breaking loose, it's chaotic out here on the streets. All right, and he starts to bring that order. All right, and they got troops, tanks. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add to what you're saying. He's going to give you everything you want in the flesh, but everything you wouldn't want in the spirit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to be his end all be all.
Yeah.
That's why we out here preaching to the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect, and telling them to repent and turn back to the Lord.
Everything that Esau produces is microwavable products.
It's carnal.
Yeah. So it's only something that's only going to be here for a quick second. Especially all his inventions out here. It gets destroyed at the end of the day. So why would you even put your trust in and want that to continue?
Yeah, when you go back to that word trust, right? I got that in the online etymology, and it reads, this the noun. It says reliance on the veracity, integrity, or other virtues or sound principles of someone or something. So you relying on the integrity of something. Of Esau. You see?
A man with no integrity.
Yeah. Well, we know it's history.
That's
So, to add to what you were saying is that, a lot of, go ahead with you.
I'm gonna just read that again, just to back up that. It says, I'm gonna just start in the middle. It says, I started to start.
Oh,
woe to
real
them.
quick.
Go ahead.
Before you,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
read down a little bit. It says comfort,
Yes.
consolation.
Yes.
So what? They received a consolation already. Beloved. Go ahead.
It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. With this analogy, is people, it appears to the eye, right? Like the scripture says in 2 Corinthians, that we look not at the things that are seen, but the things that are not seen. We don't look at the things that are temporal, we look at the things that are eternal. And the bulk of our people look at the things that are temporal, man. All right, they look at Esau, his mightiness, his greatness, right? They see it and they go run to it, man. Go ahead.
Look, Salaga, for not reading this all the way through, I got excited at the first definition, but when you go down, it says what? It says help, trust. It says fidelity. What fidelity goes into?
Your faith,
Faith, man.
Yes.
Just backing up what you said.
Yep.
All right. So they see what Esau can do, and that in turn, what? Gives them faith to believe in Esau.
Yes.
But it's not really faith because they can see it.
Yes.
You see? They're not really relying on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, who they cannot see. Y'all,
Yeah, it's just like, yes, sir, do it.
that's right.
Now, for the Lord, ultimately.
All right, I'm gonna bring out this quick point. That's just like, they trust in this system, like,
Right.
Like Section 8, you know what I'm saying? These these staff benefits, these
Right.
these government assistance and stuff like that. So a lot of people they leaning on that. So when they come to them and say, hey, we're gonna determinate this unless you do this, and a lot of those people they're gonna fall right in line with that. You know what I'm saying? We got something better than what we offer you now. We're gonna give you more money, and all you have to do is take this. And they're gonna just line up and take, because that's what they're doing. They're constantly trusting in this system, trusting in what Egypt, and Egypt is work hand in hand with the house of what bondage. Your ass is still a slave.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You thinking you free? You're not free. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead, man. You go in.
God, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 13. It says, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he had made crooked. All right, and just backing up the point, why would you trust in any type of system of somebody that was created to be this wicked devil? So every product that's going to come from him is going to deal with wickedness. So
Hey, but he done a master class on having people not see him as the devil as well.
That's right.
That's it.
He's done a master class. He done work the work. Nobody knows that he's the devil, but now in these times he's being revealed. So it's making his plans, his enterprise harder.
That's it.
Go ahead. Yes, brother.
It's the book of Job, chapter 5,
Yes.
verse 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty,
Yes.
so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
That's it. So that's exactly what he's doing. He's disappointing them. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere he look, he's getting exposed on all levels. People be knowing pretty much before he bring it out. Oh man, we know all about this. And he was all really tell you the truth. He's more sloppier than ever now. He using crisis actors doing this. What is that? This other thing that he put up. It's something with propaganda. It's something that he used. Like when he bring a false flag event. It's something that it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, no, it's something else about damn it, I can't think of the name. But anyway, he bring that forth all the time. You know what I'm saying? Crisis actors, something go along with that.
False flags.
Yeah, it could be. But anyway, we know that this stuff had been engineered and manufactured. You know what I'm saying? PSYOPs, yeah, that's one of them. And that's where we at right now. This man is getting ready to come out with all sorts of things, order out of chaos. This man is getting ready to bring forth a lot of different events. You know what I'm saying? That he's been engineered and manufactured so he can bring forth this new system. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people right now is already getting fitted. You know, there's a lot of people already lining up taking this test run with this Neuralink. You know what I'm saying? Be able to walk again. You'll be able to see better,
Right.
run faster. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people getting enticed by that. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people right now been in wheelchairs for several years, and then they might hear about this. You know what? I think I'd take that in my this Neuralink. See will it make me walk again? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the people gonna take it just like that. Lying wonders. You got it, man.
Yeah, you got it.
I got that. Lion wonders for you too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this Job 30 and verse 1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I, she have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock." That's talking about Esau Edom. All right, so what could come of a man you can't even trust around dogs, man?
So, yeah,
Nothing but wickedness,
nothing
bro.
but wicked.
So people gonna see the aftermath of that. They're trusting
Yeah.
your enemies. You can't trust them around the dog.
Can't trust him at all. Whatever he have to offer, it's bad for you. It's bad news from you. Everything this man open his goddamn mouth ain't nothing but lies and deceit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is bringing it to the forefront right now. Someone else got something?
Yeah, I
Get
got
all your precept up.
this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 9. It says, it's talking about Esau Edom. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So that's how Esau's coming. Start over, brother.
Start up a little bit from
Which what we're 4 or something?
Yeah, he here.
Yeah. Oh, he's holding it. Yeah, you start at 6.
6. Con.
Because that's gonna cover everything that we've been
Yeah,
saying.
everything.
Okay, con.
Yeah.
All right, this is verse 6. It says, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be.
If I can say it, because that's the Lord allowing him to do the iniquity. All right, and it was a mystery at first, but now in these times it's being revealed, like it's gonna say,
Right. You like the scripture said, he basically lift up the skirt. And if you ever think about that, you go lift up the skirt, something's hideous underneath there, or not what you're expecting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you know what your reaction is gonna be. Verse 7, it says, the end of verse 7, it says, until he be taken out of the way, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, and that wicked that's being revealed now. In which the Lord is consuming them now with what? The mouthpiece of the prophets.
That's right, brother.
All right, and then ultimately that's gonna turn into Yahushua consuming this devil, man. But go ahead, bro. I just wanted to get that because back him up.
Yeah. It's the book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 4, and it reads, because of the multitude of the whoredoms and of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And ultimately, going back to what we was bringing out, man. All of these nations are starting to see how wretched, and how decrepit this devil really is, and how he operates, man. And it's all through what? Just what you read. The Lord revealing this devil, man.
That's it. Just bringing it down left and right. Prophecies right now speaking. It's more obvious. We're here, we hear rumors of war pretty much every day. Like when you turn television on, a lot of things have earthquakes in diverse places like we went into, seeing right now the love of many. It's constantly waxing colder and colder, A lot of people right now are wickeder than ever before. And one thing about it, we see it right now, the Lord is making a line in the sand right now, separate. You know, the Lord is constantly exposing, uncovering things right now. That's what we're constantly seeing left and right. You know, these prophets are speaking, so it's high time to prophesy. Romans 13 and 11, we get that the salvation is at the door.
And if I can say this real quick, because that's one of his devils, if not his one of his greatest, this like his second greatest what? Tool or device,
Is it?
right? Because he was ultimately blessed with the sword.
The sword.
But the deception is what this devil uses to get in close on you, man.
Is it?
Right? And to disguise himself like a true serpent. Right? The power relies in a serpent in his what? His poison, his fangs.
Is it?
But he uses his deception in order to what? To fool you, to get in close, right?
Is it?
To surprise you. But y'all brothers got it.
Is it? Somebody else up?
Yeah, I got something for you.
Go
This is the book of
That's right.
Revelations, chapter 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
You know, this time is very short. That's why he's moving in warp speed right now.
Mhm.
Trying to put all these draconian laws into place. You know, trying to bring all sorts of these unrighteous decrees upon you, left and right. He's slowly taking your rights away. You know, you pretty much ain't never had freedom. You know, we're getting ready to see it on a massive level. What this devil getting ready to do. I put out a lesson a little bit earlier today about this concentration camp, or what they call it, this immigration detention center down in
right.
I think it's in the Everglades down in Florida, and they said that they were going to have about 5,000 beds ready in July. Yeah, you bring that up. That's something. Yeah, alligator Alcatraz. And saying that if someone tried to escape, they said it's nothing but alligators and python. So you see that this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. That's why I got that. Maybe break that out.
It says, the brother put it in there earlier. It says, ICE blocks freeways, deports entire convoys of immigrants, man.
Yeah.
And
So
go ahead. No,
no, you got me.
Nah, that's the type of times we coming into, man. Right? Very second Ezra's 15-ish. You
Yeah.
see? Second Ezra's 16-ish, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Hey,
got it.
if I could back you up real quick too, you know, in this Revelations, that 12 and 12, when it talks about, you know, that short time that he's trying to, you know, get all of these things done.
Yeah.
You know, one thing you know about trying to do things in a quick manner in a short time is that you start to get messy. You know, start to get a bit sloppy, and things don't really come out how it needs to come. So that's, you know, obviously through the spirit of the Lord having this thing operate like that, that brothers could see the plays a mile away.
You can see it a mile away. All of a sudden, this man want to put a detention center in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? A rural, remote area. You know what I'm saying? If you escape, then you know they just like it's just like it's open season.
Yeah.
You know, so this devil, you know, he's showing you a lot of people that are going into these facilities, these camps, they're not coming back out. Also, they shipping people's to South America, what is it, El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? So the devil, he's you know, he know that his time is very short. You know, so he's coming down with it right now, left and right, and it's gonna get worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? It just like I said, it's all targeting the people of color. You know, while a lot of our people are still asleep and, you know, getting ready for this damn 4th of July, talking about, you know, barbecuing and all this type. It's no time for mirth, drinking and being married. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this devil, you know, he any given day he can call some type of event to go down. Oh, I'm getting ready to get married again, to renew my vows. Oh, I'm getting ready to go on this cruise. You know what I'm saying? Well, there, your ass gonna get tugged. He already said, I think it was something that said anyone that's outside the country right now can't come back in. I was reading this article on that. I can't. Yeah, it said something about it right now. You can't get back in, and no one can get back out.
That wasn't factual.
That wasn't factual. That was factual. I should like it for that. But anyway,
Even on that accord, why would you want to cross over
yeah,
different seas or get on planes and boats at this vital time we in? What sense that make?
Don't worry about bullshit, man.
That's bullshit, bro.
Everybody just want to go and have fun.
Right.
well, out the murk. That's what you know. People right now, you know, they hearing and seeing. They still, you know, they're not taking nothing serious. So you know, like seeing is believing. So the Lord's gonna have to bring this destruction upon us, this judgment upon you, so to make your ass believe. But it's gonna be too late then. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord gonna make it happen.
That's right.
Let's see what we got here.
I
Got
got
I got that Romans. We're gonna say that. Go to Luke chapter 17. We're gonna go and double this the days of Noah, what we just talked about. You got that now? Yeah. Wait, bro.
Yes, but I got it in Matthews.
Yeah, you
This Matthews 24 and 37, and it reads, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be." That's
So-
the red letters.
it's in red letters. That's be what Yahweh was speaking. So right there, we're seeing what happened in Noah's time. You know, it's no new thing under the sun. Eating and drinking and being married. We know that what the 4th of July is coming up. People are getting ready to what? Drinking and being married. You know, they're gonna be barbecuing, they're gonna be feasting, overeat, eating all sorts of what abominations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget, this weekend in New Orleans is the Essence Fest.
Yeah, the Essence Fest.
We got a 3-day weekend
Yeah.
with Essence Fest and 4th of July, all big mingling.
You know what I'm saying? They know how to whip right now. Ain't nobody aware. You know what I'm saying? Something can happen at any given time. You know, it could be one of these false flag event, could be some type of somebody get one of these what you call the IEDs exploding somewhere. Anything can happen. You know, we already know what happened New Orleans first of the year.
What that was?
New Year's.
January
Yeah,
1st.
yeah, she okay. She did being married, you know, out there celebrating this damn this pagan shit. What is New Year?
Yeah.
You know, and well, look what happened. The woman damn near like got split in half. You know,
Plenty of people.
yeah,
Plenty.
you know. And so, you know, at any given time, they can, you know, let's talk a little bit on that mind control with that MK Ultra. You know, they can activate somebody to speak some word, and bam, they might just go berserk. You know, so that's the time that we in.
Hey, but not only that, just like they did with 911.
Yeah.
You know, with all the evidence that's out on how that was a false flag.
Right.
Just so how could they that's what 24 years ago?
Yeah.
The evolution of technology now, you know, brother, look at what they're doing with the AI, brother. It's
That's
having
it.
people doing like content creator shit
Right.
like they're a regular person and it look like a regular person, but it's AI.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's it.
You
Right.
can't tell the difference no more, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna get worse or better for them, but you know, like at least at this point in time, you can kind of catch like a cadence and be like, all right, you
Yeah.
don't really speak like that. You can kind of hear the kind of roboticness, but they're gonna fix that, and it's gonna be smoother than ever at some point in time.
That's it. So, you know, so the deceive and the deceivers it is, says the Lord. So the Lord, he's in perfect control. So that's why the Lord said at Matthew 24, said, take heed that no man deceive you. We in these times, you know, where a lot of deception, a lot of things that is not gonna seem the way they are right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just they're gonna get taken. You know what I'm saying? One day by you know, got that a spirit of discernment, you know, upon you and stuff like that. Let's see here, let's go with that what I got you that Romans 13 and yeah, let me get that right quick. Our salvation very close at hand.
God, it's the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. It says, "In that knowing the time that is nigh, and that it is Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe."
That's it. So our salvation is nearer than we yet believe because what these prophecies right now are speaking loud and clear. Things is more obvious, it's clear. You know, it's being revealed right before our eyes. So it's, you know, a high time to wake out of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Time to get your house in order, get your mind right. Because hey, we running out of time. The Lord's getting ready to bring the house down. The Lord's getting ready to bring forth Jacob's trouble, time of trouble that we've never seen before. But we're fast approaching these times. Also, we know that World War III is constantly, you know, brewing over there overseas. You know, the beginning of World War III. We see it, those things are lighting up right now. We're talking peace talk right now, but when they say peace and safety and total destruction will come upon them, you know, that's where we at right now. Any given day, you know, suddenly shall fall upon us. So that's why we got to always be praying, always watching, being what circumspect. Go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. And that's where we at right now, you know. Got to be circumspect on these sides of the time. You know, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your head on the swivel.
Ephesians.
Yeah, couldn't go ahead. I'm a what?
That's real quick. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may read that he may run that readeth it.
Right.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
That's it. So it's not lying anymore. It's not tearing anymore. It's not polonium anymore. These visions, these signs of the time, these prophecies, Yeah, right before your eye, whether you were here or whether you will forbear. Here, man. We're living here, man. We're living in the end time, real time. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to
I got one.
yeah, so go ahead. Y'all bring y'all precepts out.
Yeah, this
I done told you.
this second Peter 3, I start at 10.
Yes.
It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelling righteousness. Yeah, so this is a whole transition of a whole kingdom of a new world to come. So with that being said, all right, what's the spirit you should be in? Knowing that all these things are unfolding, shit just happening left and right. All right. It's a transition of a kingdom. So like you said, bro, you gotta be on point.
That's it. Bring that there. Not back over you saying.
John, this is the book of Malachi, chapter 4 and 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and they that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet, in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts.
That's it. So the day shall come, it shall burn like a oven. They ain't talking about no oven at your house where you cook shit on and stuff like that. Hey, that you talking about these IBCL missiles, this thermonuclear exchange that's getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? Will not leave root branch. You know, so all the elements are going to be destroyed. You know, so a lot of people right now they love it here. You know, they constantly try to establish something here. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, all this is getting ready to be destroyed, including you. You'll be few for the fire. You know what I'm saying? Out there about it, that we know that we're very close, and we're seeing right now that that day is fastly approaching. This thermonuclear exchange, and we hear more and more talks about things going nuclear left and right. You got it, Kushal.
This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle, you got that? Okay. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. You know, like them ancient wars, you know, you got the shields clashing. All right, all you hear the swords clanking, clang, clang, men screaming, you know. All of the battle, the spoils, you know, you got the war calls going on. This war ain't gonna be like that, man. All right, it said this shall be with burning and a fuel of fire. So it's gonna go totally nuclear, man. All right, you're gonna see missiles hitting places and like these big what you call that? Silos. All right. All of that's gonna be eviscerated in a matter of seconds, man. All right, 1,000 degrees Celsius. All right, concentrated heat. You know, this is the burning and fuel of fire that's coming to America and other places across the world, man.
Hey, you know that's true because it's actually videos like on TikTok and stuff like that of them sending the missiles over to each other and blowing like so it's right there. That's true.
I got a precept real quick to back up what the brother was saying about how, you know, as it said in that Isaiah 9, that it's going to be but this will be fought with flame and fuel of fire, and it's going to cause a great burning. And as it says in Isaiah 24, what? The earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. That's going to be the great destruction that's about to befall this place. But this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. Oh, you brought it up already? So, 2 Peter 3, verse 10. Yes. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, going into Esau's rulership, you know, coming to an end. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And that's not talking about a suntan on July 4th. That's talking about thermonuclear missiles being shot to the ends of the earth, burning people to a crisp, as it says in that Zechariah 14. While they stained upon, you got it? Bring it out there.
What was it? 14 and 12. Yeah. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Speaking of all these, because we know Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So speaking of all these different nations, and the main culprit is what? Esau, Edom. That's right. Especially in Babylon, the Great America. Hence why this place is going to get the greatest judgment.
That's it. Continued on, it says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
That Sarah Connor treatment, which is the perfect visualization of it. Which they got that from the scriptures. That's right. You literally got Sarah Connor holding on to the gate. She's screaming. Her skin's on fire. And then once that second shockwave comes, her skeleton's still holding there while her skin literally blows off of it.
What was she watching? She was watching.
She had a vision. She went to a trance. That was a dream.
And they were playing, right?
The little kids were playing.
Shows what these people are doing in the earth, man. When it's gonna happen.
That's it.
If I could add something real quick. What it says is nothing could be perceived in them but dust.
Smoke. Yeah.
So what people is doing with exactly that, what? Marriaging and giving into marriage. So what? The flames came. Right?
Says that in Joel 2. All faces shall gather blackness. People will be anguish and pain. People getting burnt up.
And it was nothing to perceive of them but dust and smoke, man.
That's the missiles on top of the chairs.
That's all you got to look for. Get that flavor.
Descriptive. All right, concerning how he gonna judge this place, man. That's why he set this data to the side, because it's very detailed. Right? He let every prophet speak of the end time concerning judgment. He very well detailed that the fact in almost damn near every book you could go in is something about the missiles, man.
Yes, bro.
The Lord, like, no, this place gonna be filled with, it's gonna be fire, bro. Like, the Lord pissed with this place. You got it. Y'all got it.
I got this. If you want to bring it out. It's the book of Joel. Yeah, he quoted this. I'm gonna grab it real quick. This I'm gonna just start at 2. I'm gonna start at 2. And it reads, it says, a day of darkness and a day of gloominess, a day of clouds and a thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Now that backs up what? That Isaiah 9, you see? Because it said like this war is about to be fought with what?
He got that.
Fame's affluent. What?
Isaiah 9 and 5.
What he brought it out.
Bring it out again.
Bring it out again. That's I told him.
That's Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and the garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire.
I'm gonna read that little snippet one more time. It says, there had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more hereafter. It, even to the years of many generations, because this gonna be the water in our wars, right? Right? All of these weapons will be burned. Right? Say it again.
You didn't say what you.
Oh, that's Joel 2 and 2, and I'm gonna go down to 4. And it reads, it says of verse 3, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. Going into what? The nuclear warheads, all right? The actual warheads that carries the payload, all right? And it says it says the flame, and behind them a flame burning. That's the thrusters, all right, which actually propels the ICBM nuclear missile. It says, and the land is as a garden of Eden before them, representing what? All right, nothing had happened, all right, before it hit. You see? It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Now the Garden of Eden was very beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah,
greenery.
It was great. It was well. It was perfection.
That's right,
And then
brother.
there's gonna be total disaster after, and that's why he descriptive.
That's the perfect description.
That's what.
It says, verse 4, and the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and the horsemen, and as horsemen, so shall they run, describing the nuclear missiles, man. All right. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna grab it with a. All right, two more. It says, like the noise of the chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Continuously describing the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right, they're gonna be in a almost like a formation when they getting shot over, man. All right. This 6, it says, before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. Yeah, just backing up the brother had quoted it earlier. But when you go into Joel, man, it's talking about Joel, the 2nd chapter, is going into those ICBM nuclear missiles, man. And the devastation that's gonna follow after they hit, man.
That's the last precept.
Yeah,
That was one. That one right.
but now you got one, right?
You're gonna bring yours out and we'll close out.
Close
Yeah,
out.
that. Well, yeah, we'll close out on that
Okay.
feed.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at 14, but for sure. It says, wherefore he said, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, Hamashiach should give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
That's right. So you got to be circumspect in these times. Have your hand on a swivel, knowing your surrounding, know what time they were living in. At any given time, these things can come to pass. So we're going to word circumspect, like circumround, spec to look around. That's what we're time we're in right now. And also it said in Luke chapter 21, it said, lift up thy head, look up. Your redemption draw nearer and nearer. So we're in these times. The Lord's getting ready to bring forth greatness back upon this earth. We're in that transition to power. The Lord's getting ready to set the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. Go ahead, brother.
Verse, I'm gonna read 15 again. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
That's right. So we got to redeem the time wise, right? Make every opportunity count. Because one thing about it, so when the Lord bring this final destruction, ain't gonna be no more talk. It ain't gonna be no more talking about I want to seek the Lord. The Lord is getting ready to bring this nightmare to an end. Redeem the time wisely, measure the time diligently, watch, pray. You know what I'm saying? Have a sober mind, knowing what the will of the Lord is, because the Lord is getting ready to bring forth judgment and also the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So I guess that's it for today's live. And with that, we'll give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh. Double honor to those great millstone when we learned this truth, and also to the hopeful elect. Abba, 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 Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.